67,000. I feel like that's good.
Whenever you see a driver,
Oh wow, did I just hear what I think I just heard?
you can challenge them to a head-to-head. Drive up behind their car and challenge them to a race. Now, the tougher the competition.
Okay, I thought I heard it like spooling and like hitting rev limiter like a real car would. Like, I was say that'd be fucking. But I think that's pretty hard to replicate in a real game. As opposed to a fake game. You idiot. Ignore me, I'm tired. Please, rain, go away. I enjoy you and you make everything look pretty and lots of fun, but I want to see how this car feels and not rain. So this is a fun little area just to like gymkhana, I guess you would call it. Just like freestyle drift. No sections. Definitely a course where there will be sections. But basically to do what I'm doing right now, just kind of hang out. Does the drift still last if you go off-road? Yes. That's a little bit depressing, but yeah, guys, drift physics, very, well, I mean, drift physics themselves. Alright, you can kind of see, I love how the road slowly dries. At least it feels like it's slowly drying. Like, tire marks are starting to be put down, but you don't see any smoke yet. There you go. Now the smoke starts to come out. So now the roads, so it dries fairly quickly, but it still dries. It's not like wet, 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 dry. And you can feel that in the controller. So yeah, it's just a little bit more grip all around. It's not like a night and day difference. It's not like, oh wow, it's raining. Oh no. I think you get, if you had to give it on a percentage scale, I think you get about 10 to 15% less grip. If that. I think 10, 15 is a high number. Just BT dubs right now, we're killing it. That last corner with like the tire drop on the sidewalk was pretty sweet. This is definitely where we're going to record our first section video. Definitely a good starter car, guys, if you guys choose to start with the Supra. For those of you guys who could tune in Forza 4, this is going to feel really back at home for you. I mean, Forza 5 was not so far off, but like everything I did with the anti-roll bars had to be like, I had to reinvent the wheel when it came to anti-roll bars. But no, it feels pretty like Forza 4. It rains a lot in France. Jesus! Feels like Forza 4, yeah, with a bit of Horizon thrown into it. So how Forza Horizon, I guess, worked when they made the physics engine was they just kind of downscaled Forza 4's physics. So I feel like they just did that with Forza 5, and the Forza 5 physics engine, in its core, was a better starting point. So, no, don't crash. I want to bank these points so I can level up, and I think my highest skill chain is like 128,000 on my friends list. So let's see where that 60,000 gets us. 301,000. Suck it, Swirly, you punk bitch. Number 1. I am number 1. Nerds. We got like 3 skill points from that. 1, 2, 3. Is it still going? Oh my god, the rear light. How much power does my super have? 550, I believe. Social. Rivals. Cars. My cars, buy cars. So you can do all this on the fly. Oh, new wheel spin now. I don't know what you mean by that. Designs, tuning, setups. So I have to save this tune and upload it. Because it feels nice. We got 2 new wheel spins. Oh, that's what he meant. Whoops. What do we get? What do we get? Give me a car. Oh, 20 grand. I'll take it. Give me your car, you stingy bastards. So we get 4 skill points. So we can unlock anything so long as it's touching another thing. So I feel like I should do 2 of these 1-pointers. And then a 2-pointer. This is a dumb skill. I do not want it. Double... Yeah, let's go for that one. And then this one is 10% more XP from the club bonus. That's going to be really cool when we get the club working. But for now, we will just do that one. And that one. So yeah, for those who have played Forza 4, you will thoroughly enjoy this. Oh, nice legacy. Alright guys, I'm going to build a car to drift. A brand new one I do not own. Pick one. I want the chat. You have until I reach the... Thank you for T-boning me, sir. Pick a car, a drift car for me to make. Make it a little bit difficult. Not too expensive. I love how the rear wiper goes. That's my favorite. Make it a little bit difficult, like not like an S13 or something. That's been done. It's going to happen. I just want something with a little bit more challenge. But not impossible. Like not... Accords M Turbo. I don't have the club. I don't know when to unlock it. So... GTR is easy. GT86 is easy. Come on, guys. You can do better than that. If you're gonna get this game, get it on 360. Don't bother. Or get it on Xbox One. Don't bother getting on 360. From what I've seen from the 360 version, it looks poopy butt. Do they have the Scion TC in here? I don't think they do. I feel like I would have noticed that. Nope, they do not. Ford Escort. That's the best succession I've got so far. Audi wagon. BMW M5. You guys are all over the place. Pick one. Come to a conclusion. Have an argument. I gotta pee anyways. Better have a unanimous answer by the time I'm gone. By the time I'm done going to the bathroom. This is gonna be really cool for the Let's Play too. I should probably cut this out, but I probably won't. 'Cause I'm an asshole. Best one I've seen so far is the Audi wagon or the Defender. Skyline, Audi wagon, Audi wagon, Audi wagon. That's the one I wanted to do anyways. If you guys know me, that's probably one of my favorite cars in Forza 4. I don't think I built it in Forza 5, but Audi wagon it is. Recommended designs. No, we're gonna go straight for that Y button. Ew. Oh, it comes in like midnight purple? I'm losing my voice a bit. That's not good. Special colors. I had mine. My old one was an orange. We'll get in Fail Race orange. You can change it later if you don't like it. Also, I like the sound of like pressing and selecting things in the menu. Sounds a lot like Grand Theft Auto 5, which is a good thing. Do you want to leave the auto show? Yes. Garage.
All right. So what are we doing to your ride today?
Custom upgrade. Conversion. Drivetrain. Change it to the man's... Wait, is it? It just zooms in a bit more. Change it to a man's drivetrain. Because we are men. Except for if you're not a man. Engine swap. You can get a 5.2 liter V10 and a 4.5 liter V8. I feel like the V8 is a Ferrari V8 or something because there's no torque there at all. Though somebody in the comments is probably going to tell me what engine it is, really. Stupid wing, sort of. Oh, the HREs are going to look sweet on this. Come to daddy. There we go. Now if we get that sitting low... if we get this sitting fairly low, it's gonna look good. I have to leave in like 5 minutes, but I will definitely tune this car to completion before I go. I'm going to class. I was not gonna go, but I have an assignment due, so I don't really have a choice. So yeah, it looks like as for us drifters, S-Class is now okay again. Because if you played Forza 5, S-Class basically turned into R3. You know, the only reason you'd ever have an S-Class car is if you had race tires or like a stupid amount of horsepower. But I mean, as soon as I put turbos on that Supra, it just bumped it right out of A-Class. So I'm thinking S1. Don't worry, I'll make it upon myself. Somebody just sent it in the chat. His name is F6EPSI. Says that Gran Turismo 7 is going to rip this game apart. This game is not a Gran Turismo competitor. It is an open world racer. Also, that sits about as low as I wanted it to. It is an open world racer with somewhat realistic physics. Basically, your only competition for this is Drive Club, and I think this is going to shit all over Drive Club. Everything I've seen for Drive Club has not been great. Or, like... Actually, the only game that I can think of that has any sort of comparison with this so far is The Crew. Okay, guys. Holy shit. Maybe I'm just seeing something. I don't know. But it looks like when you make the car heavier, it sits a little bit lower. Like, when it's lighter, it comes up just a little bit. And if they modeled that in, if that's like a thing that they modeled in, Jesus H. Christ, holy crap. I only have class for 2 hours, pet or BQ. Also to the guy saying GT7 is better, again, what I told you is what I told you, and if you insist on being a turd about it and being a fanboy, you will get a ban. I do like the Gran Turismo series. There's nothing wrong with Gran Turismo. But Gran Turismo, as far as I know, does not have a somewhat arcadey open world racer. So, comparing the two is stupid. Also, comparing GT6 to Forza 5's physics are very similar. How much weight does this car have? I just kind of love that everything I learned from Forza 4 I can put back into practice. This car would look better matte black, honestly. But I'm not going to sit here and paint the car for 8 hours. Again, I wanted about a 500 horsepower. I want a V8 in here, preferably, but the V8 that I saw looked kind of shitty, but... Yeah, 562 is plenty. Tune. Will there be a Forza 6? Guaranteed there will be a Forza 6. Until this game stops, or until the Forza Motorsport series stops selling. they will continue to make them, and the games are only getting more popular. So. I'm okay with people saying, like, having their opinions. You know, if your opinion is Forza or Gran Turismo is better than Forza Motorsport, you know, you can make that opinion all day, as long as you're intelligent about it and not just like, oh my god, this is shit, it's shit, you're shit, because that's just, you know, you being ignorant. But you can't compare Gran Turismo and Forza Horizon. That's dumb. It's just dumb. Is just dumb. You can't compare those two. That's like comparing Gran Turismo to Need for Speed. Even though this is way better, it's leaps and bounds beyond Need for Speed, but you can't compare the two. It's just, yeah, I think S1 is the acceptable drift class. I'm not too much of a hard ass as to what people drift on Forza Horizon. I'm not really like bitchy about it because it's Horizon. Who cares? But it's how would I feel about doing an all-wheel drive build? There's a better chance of hell freezing over. There's absolutely no excuse to use all-wheel drive. Alright, so this is... It sounds like a 5-cylinder, but it's a really small 5-cylinder. Oh my god, this is... Oh. It sounds really good. Let's go this way. Oh, a little bit too much throttle.
Dude, I like your wheels, but unfortunately,
yeah, this is definitely more on the arcade side, but it's probably the most realistic physics you'll get in an arcade-style game. So to come in, I just don't feel... I don't know why you came in saying Gran Turismo 7 is going to beat this. Yeah, da-da-da-da. If you're more of a realistic guy, then whatever, all more power to you, but I don't see the point in having that argument. Also, even in the Motorsport series, I prefer the Motorsport series. I just find Gran Turismo is way too clinical now. For at least Forza Motorsport. Are the physics worse? Yeah, probably, but the game's a lot easier to have a bit of fun. You know, put a stupid engine swap in something. You know, put a V10 in a fucking 8086 or something. I kind of like that ridiculousness. If I wanted a super serious clinical racer, I'd go play iRacing, you know what I mean? I don't really... That and every car in Forza looks great. A lot of people will make the GT has better, more cars. This is true, but there's a lot of repeats. You know, and I love Gran Turismo. I just have my qualms with it and why I prefer Forza to Gran Turismo. I have no problem with Gran Turismo at all. I'm not a Forza fanboy in the least. I just prefer Forza out of the two. Back in the early 360 days, or late Xbox days, when you're comparing Gran Turismo 4, maybe, to Forza 2, yes, it was no question. Gran Turismo 4 was probably the better game, but now there's so much you can do in a Forza game compared to Gran Turismo. I think Gran Turismo, just for what it is, takes itself way too seriously. Forza, even the Motorsport series, we're completely ignoring Horizon here. Forza knows how to have fun more than Polyphony and Gran Turismo do. I mean, if I wanted a game where I took everything very seriously, like I said, I would just go play iRacing or something that is a sim, not like a simcade. Okay, so this is the first car that hasn't had a lot of grip before it started raining. Now that it has started raining, it feels like it has an extra 200 horsepower. Thank you for that, sir. But But I mean, again, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to... I'm having a civil argument with somebody in the chat for those people watching on YouTube. I'm not a fanboy. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you're wrong and your game is shit. Because that's not true. You know, if you like Gran Turismo, if you prefer Gran Turismo, that's fine. Both games have their strengths and weaknesses. It's just, in my opinion, Gran Turismo suffers from the same. It's a little bit too difficult for new players, I guess. I feel like the game was made for a wheel, and everybody on the controller just kind of gets the shit into the stick. Maybe it's because I never did any tuning in that game. I don't know. So we'll just ignore that for now. But again, it's just way too cold. You know, and I think that was my main problem with Forza Motorsport 5 too. Is, you know, they started using the super serious chorus music and like, look how serious we can make a game. It's so serious. But I mean, the whole purpose of Forza Motorsport is it can get serious when you want it to. You know, you can do competition stuff, but when you want to have fun, you can still have fun. When you want to be stupid, you can still be stupid. You know, if I want to put a V8, a massive V8 into A86, I have the power to do that. You know, without mods or stupid stuff. You know, if I want to just build a cool-looking street car, I can do that. You can't really do that in Gran Turismo. You can, but you're very limited by your options, your paint colors, and you know, stuff like that. But again, that's just me. All the freedom to like what you want to like. You know, I'm very elitist about some things, but choosing what game you want to play and drift on is not one of them. Pro Drivatar. What the hell does that mean?
The route will appear on your GPS, but
what have I done?
to look out for shortcuts.
What have I done?
200 yards, keep right. Keep right.
I feel like I've made a mistake.
In 100 yards, turn right.
I feel like the biggest improvement... Thank you for that. Oh, I get to use rewind. You can knock over the scooters. But, I did the same thing twice. Fuck me.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
The best, absolutely the best improvements made... Jesus! The best improvement that they made to this game was they gave the car feeling. For Horizon 1 had very dull physics. They weren't bad, it just, you couldn't feel anything. If you ever go drifting that game, it feels like you're floating on a pillow. On a big cushion of air. This game, at least so far... oh, jeez. Actually, that would be a cool looking picture. Yo, Mikey. Just, guys... He's turned from fanboy into Gran Turismo fan. He's not a rabid fanboy. Leave him alone. That happens a lot on my streams. That's not the first time that's happened. Somebody came in here the other day when we were playing Forza Horizon demo, saying, "Oh, this game is shit. The crew is gonna be better," and I basically just shut him down. Like, no, you can't say that. Both games have not been released yet. You're making judgments based on what things look like, and both of those games have their strengths and weaknesses in different aspects. You know, Horizon is much more realistic and fun for me because it is more realistic and feels like a real game, while The Crew is the Need for Speed game that Need for Speed hasn't made in like 10 years. Is there anything I can get with one skill point? Basically just this. But it is 1:30. I do have to go. I will be back by about 5 o'clock Eastern time. That gives me enough time to go home, come home from school, have a quick bite to eat. I do have some cleaning that I have to do really quick. But we will be back. We might try to do this multiplayer thing. Huck some skids together. If anyone has this game yet. Again, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, we will continue later. Hopefully there's enough parts. Let me know if you guys like or don't mind the stream thing, because it's just a lot easier for me to do. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you all, everyone who's followed today. As far as I know, we didn't have any donations, which is fine. It doesn't bother me. I just want to make sure I thanked everybody that I needed to thank. Thank you everybody for following. Thank you all. This is the most viewed stream so far at over 130 viewers. So hopefully we can do good later on in the afternoon. But thank you guys very much, and have a good afternoon. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, go ahead and click that subscribe button. I also have a Facebook and a Twitter. For those links, be sure to check out the description box below.